The Embraer-29B Super Tucano is a Brazilian light attack aircraft designed to operate in tropical conditions and to have exceptional range, to be able to do surveillance on the Amazon basin that covers 60% of Brazil's surface. It is derived from the EMB-312 Tucano turboprop trainer, but it is longer by 1.3 meters and has a turboprop with almost twice the power, with 1,600 horsepower. The airframe structure is strengthened to allow load factors of up to 7G and 3.5-G. Its avionics system was developed by Elbit, from Israel, and consists of two mission and display processors, a head-up display, and two multifunction displays. Although cooled by fans and outflow from the pressurized cockpit, the avionics are designed to operate without cooling for several hours in tropical conditions. Either mission data processor can operate the entire avionics system, the other acting as a backup. Two batteries are installed and allow operations without an external power card. The aircraft can carry a wide variety of armament that we will examine in upcoming training missions. For now, this training mission will teach you how to cold start the aircraft, taxi and take off. If the cockpit interior is too dark, activate the flashlight with left Alt plus L. If the yellow cross cursor is not visible, press left Alt plus left Shift plus C to make it appear. Also, you can press spacebar to cut short long texts, in case you are repeating the mission. Parking brake. Check. Left click twice on the handle to release the brake. OK. Now right click on it twice to engage the parking brake. Good. Note that a green brake on light will lit on the instruments panel, confirming that the parking brake is applied. Battery switch. Set to on, to connect both batteries to the battery electric bus. Generator switch. Confirm that it is in the on position. Backup generator switch. Confirm that it is in the auto position. External power switch. Confirm it is set to off, since we are not using ground power to start the aircraft. Emergency override switch. Check that its cover is closed. Aircraft interconnect switch. Check that its cover is closed. Interior lights panel. Instruments panel backlight knob. Set as desired. Console's backlight knob. Set as desired. Green floodlights knob. Adjust as desired. White floodlight, storm, switch. Set as desired. Avionics panel. MDP, mission and display processor, numbers 1 and 2. Check that they are on. Avionics master switch. Set to on, with a right click. Stores management system switch. Check that it is set to on. Environment control system panel. Air conditioner switch. Confirm it is off. Recirculating fan switch. Confirm it is set to off. Temperature adjustment knob. Turn it fully counterclockwise, to its cold position, to minimize electric consumption during engine start. Ice protection panel. Confirm all 4 ice protection switches are off. The A29B is fitted with an automatic rudder trim system, to compensate the propeller torque that yaws the aircraft to the left. The system becomes active at speeds over 50 knots, helping pilots to better control the aircraft during takeoff. Auto rudder. Check it's at the power position. Engine panel. The A29B engine is a Pratt & Whitney Canada PT6A68-3, with its throttle connected to a power management unit, similar to a full authority digital engine control, which prevents the turboprop from exceeding temperature or torque limits. PMU switch. Confirm it is set to auto. Confirm that the landing gear lever is in its down position. Inertial separator switch. Check it's in its close position. The nacelle inlet of the A29B includes an inertial separator to prevent heavy dust particles from entering the engine inlet. It reduces the power output of the engine, so it is not usually used on takeoffs. Late arm switch. Confirm that its cover is closed. MASS knob. This is the master armament safety switch, with positions for simulate, safe, and live. Check that it's at safe. Fuel panel. Main pumps knob. Set to auto. Multifunction displays. These knobs power the MFD to on or off. On the right MFD, check that the trim indicators are in neutral. Extend the flaps down, using the F key toggle, or the left shift plus F keys. With no external stores on the aircraft, you could leave the flaps on the up position. Check battery voltage, it should be 24 volts or higher. Set the throttle to idle, by moving it all the way back. Avionics master switch. Set to off prior to starting the engine. Engine start switch. Push forward, with a right click, and hold for 2 seconds. The NG percentage, on the right MFD, shows the current RPM of the engine. Its value will turn green at about 65%, once the engine reaches idle. Monitor the D5 turbine temperature. It should not exceed the limit of 1000 degrees Celsius. After about 40 seconds, the engine should reach an idle RPM of 66% NG, and T5 should be stabilized at 670 degrees Celsius. The red engine limits warning indicator will turn off when NG is over 68%. You may need to increase the throttle a bit. At this point the engine generators are providing electrical power. If external power was used during the start, then set the external power switch to off, not the case this time. Avionics master switch. Set to on, now that we have stable electric power. Heads-up display. Check and confirm that it is visible. Up front control panel. Activate its display with its top right knob. Environment control system panel. ECS temperature knob. Set as desired. Air conditioning switch. Set to on, to enable cooling for the avionics bay. Temperature mode switch. Set to its auto position. On the ice protection pan. Pre-DAT switch. Set to on. The pitot warning on the MFD turns off. Secondary pitot switch. Set to on. The S-pitot warning on the MFD turns off. You have completed the cold start procedure. The aircraft is now ready to taxi. Select backspace to end the mission at this point, or spacebar if you want to continue with the taxi procedure.
Manapa, in field 1-1, request startup. Manapa, in field 1-1, request taxi to runway.
Okay, you have selected to continue with the taxi procedure. Auto rudder. Switch to its engaged position, to enable the automatic rudder trim system, to compensate the propeller torque during takeoff. Emergency speed brake switch. Check it is at normal. We are now ready to taxi. Usually you would contact the ATC to request clearance to taxi, but the A29B radio is not implemented yet, so we can't have any interaction with ATC. You will have to be extra careful, as there may be other air traffic around you.
Manapa, in field 1-1, request takeoff.
You will steer the aircraft using your rudder pedals. If your HOTAS setup does not include a rudder axis, you can also steer left or right using the Z and X keys. For this mission, we will taxi towards runway 22 via Street E. On the briefing there is a diagram of this airbase, where you can check which is Street E. Release the parking brake. Advance throttle to a little over 75%, and let the aircraft slowly move forward. The wheel brakes, with your HOTAS or the W key, to confirm their operation. Release the wheel brakes and resume the taxi. Be careful of other traffic that may be near you.